What is going on, homies? Good morning. Welcome to another vlog. As you see, we are back on Long Island, New York. Just got my Starbucks, my coffee. Had to do that before I did this intro. Had a protein shake. I'm now on the way to the gym. I'm gonna get a quick session in, about an hour, 15 minutes. Take about an hour and a half break. Then I'm playing some pickup for about an hour and a half to 2 hours with a bunch of guys. Let's have a fantastic day. So let me walk you guys and girls through this entire gym session. Got warm on the assault bike, then I went into some static stretching, really trying to get myself loose for the session. As I've spoken to you guys about before, you can do static stretching prior to a session if you really want to lengthen out your muscles a little bit, really get yourself warm. You just got to make sure that you do a proper activation to get yourself warm neurally in the brain and physically. As you saw there, I got into a pigeon, a split stretch, as well as a quad stretch. Pigeon opens up the glute, the hip. Split stretch is focused on the hamstring. Then I got into this elevated adductor stretch, obviously opens up the groin region. And then I did some more active mobility. So here we got a deep squat toe opener, which really opens up the entire anterior part of the body, the anterior fascial line, very crucial for movement. Then we got into some deep squat hip sways, which opens up the QL, which is near the lower back. Then we got into some supine leg raises, which activates the entire leg, specifically focusing on the psoas and the hip flexor. Then we got into some glute med raises, specifically focusing on the glute med. Very, very important to get these activated, especially for lateral quickness work. Then we got into a bridge plus some straight leg swings. As I always say, we go into simple stuff into more complex. So as you can see, it's a very similar movement to what I was doing before, but it just adds some more stabilization from the core, the hamstrings, as well as the glutes. And we're obviously focusing on the hip flexors and the groin here. We then got into an active 90-90. I'm sure you guys and girls have seen all of this stuff many times before from my vlogs. But if you're a new viewer, this stuff is very, very important. The OGs probably get tired of it, but they know how important a warm-up and an activation is prior to any session to prevent injury and make sure you're performing your best. Then I got into some more dynamic work. So like I said, I did static mobility, then I went into some active mobility, and then this is some more dynamic work, specifically focusing on specific movement skills. Here we're getting into an A skip, which helps with your running form, really being able to drive into the ground. Then a right-legged A skip, so specifically focusing on the right leg. Then a left-legged A skip, specifically focusing on the left leg. Then some backwards open the gate, really opening up the entire hip joint. Then I went into some straight-legged hamstring kicks, and then we got into some plyo stuff. So I started off first with some banded long jumps, and I did about 4 to 5 sets of this paired with long jumps. So as you see there, working with a band, and then taking that band off and feeling that much more explosive and powerful without the band, which really helps overall with your explosiveness and your power. Then I got into some front squats, 10 sets of 3 reps here, really trying to build up the volume here in this off season. Not going super heavy in the lifting, especially at 27 years old, just focusing on grooving movements right now, staying fresh, maintaining fitness, and coming into preseason super sharp here in the US soon. So yeah, just focusing on grooving things. Then I got into some weighted pull-ups, focusing on the upper body. Really liking doing these as of late. 5 sets of 3 to 4 reps. Really just focusing on pulling as hard as I can. Like I said before, you want to focus on driving and pulling those elbows towards your pockets, acting like you're squeezing an orange in between your armpits. Yeah, it might be some weird analogies, but it helps a lot of my clients. Then we went into some dumbbell rows to finish off today's session. As you see here, started out wide and then brought them in close, trying not to jerk at all, really trying to pull these to my pocket and really trying to retract the shoulder blades, acting like we're squeezing a pencil between the shoulder blades. And that's it. One take for the vlogs. One take for the vlogs. What's the advice? What's the advice?
Be resilient.
Huh?
Be resilient.
What about loneliness?
Don't go abroad.
You look lonely, bro. Bro, when you're tired, what motivates you to keep going?
What motivates me to keep going is the fear of not reaching your fullest potential and letting my trainers, myself, and my family down.
I like that, but bro, honestly, you shouldn't be so nervous on camera. Just be a regular guy, you know?
I'm not nervous.
Guys, what's going on? We got some 4v4 plus 1 today. Like I always say, pickup is the best training you could do. Great fitness, obviously game-like situations. Yeah, we're not playing on a big pitch, you can't do a lot of shooting, but it's nice, good, quick touches. We got all the boys out here. They're gonna introduce themselves, where they play, and they're gonna drop their Instagram handle. If you guys wanna follow, do that.
Ryan Mariari, Malloy College, at Mariari15 on IG. What's up, RicFit?
Ryan Hilke, I go to Geneseo. Ryan Hilke on Instagram.
Show them the mullet though. The mullet's fire.
Ah, nice!
Yes!
Dan Mariari, retired. All I do is sell houses now, but I'm still school all these boys right here.
Connor Gervasi, Malloy College.
James
from Felician University, straight out of Jersey, at ALAINJ9.
He drove an hour 20 to get here. That's elite right there.
Kevin Gross, I play Malloy College. My ad's Kevin Gross at 23.
Wait, don't forget the mullet, bro. Show him the mullet. Yes!
I'm Luis Mata.
Yes.
I'm retired, but I'm a Barca fan. That's why I don't have a jersey.
Love it.
Costa Jacopolis, play at Nassau Community College. Instagram, Kostaki10.
Let's get it, brother.
Let's go.
exactly what it is. Like, there could be other guys like us like thinking.
Hey guys, what's going on? I just want to answer this question from today's continuous Q&A. I appreciate you guys asking these. Thank you so much from Adam Karius. I hope I read that right, not too well pronounced. Question for Q&A. Rank the most important muscles to have the most strength in for footballers. I know this is a very general question, but I was just wondering, as I'm a young player looking to learn more about the physical side of the game. First of all, Adam, I appreciate you asking the question. Yes, it's a general question, but I really appreciate you wanting to learn more and get some knowledge about the physical side of the game. Very, very important, especially in today's modern game. So like you said, Adam, it's a general question and it's hard to specify specific muscles that are more important than others as a footballer, but I think we can both agree that the legs and the core are of more importance than the upper body when you're training to be a footballer. Your legs and your core are your foundation. It's going to make you more athletic, more explosive, more powerful, more quick side to side, but you also do need your upper body. With that being said, if you only have 3 days per week to train, I would rather you train 2 days on your legs and 1 day on your upper body. But also with that being said, the body is one chain. The body moves in unison. There aren't specific muscles that work without other muscles working with them. So muscles don't work in isolation. They work in fashion, they work in a unison. Obviously we have fascia, we have muscles, we have ligaments, we have tendons, we have joints. That's also why I've said before that you need to focus on training movements and not training muscles. So for example, instead of going to the gym and saying, okay, I'm gonna train my quads today, I would rather you go in and say, okay, I'm gonna train my legs today, I'm gonna train the squat, I'm gonna train the lunge. Whatever your goal is, that's based on you. But instead of going over to the leg extension machine and relying on the machine to stabilize the movement, and I'm not saying the leg extension doesn't have use in certain instances, especially in rehab, especially when you're trying to strengthen certain parts of the VMO, certain parts of the quad, even strengthening the joints in the knee. Everything has its use, but I would rather you, based on your time, I would rather you focus on doing a squat or a lunge than going into the gym and focusing on doing leg extensions. Also, when you're doing squats and lunges, you need global stabilization, so that means you need stabilization throughout your entire body. Your goal when you're in the gym is to try to make your body as strong as possible and not have any weak links or kinks in your system, in your body. If you have weak links or kinks in the system, you're more at risk for injury and you're not gonna perform as well. And as I've said many, many times in the past, you are in the gym to perform well at your team training and to perform well on the weekend to get your team the 3 points and play the best you can in your role. You're not in the gym to be a better gym goer. So I've seen many people focusing on increasing numbers in the gym, which is very, very important, but we don't want to increase numbers while sacrificing technique. Everything has to be in line. You gotta know when you go into the gym, your goal is to be a better footballer. You're not trying to go into the gym to build better looking muscles. You're trying to build a better functioning body so you can perform well on the weekend or during the week, depending on when your games are. Your goal should be to achieve coordinated and fluid and rhythmic movement when you're on the pitch with proper biomechanics, which is obviously much, much easier said than done. So your main goal, like I said, and the main goal of any strength and conditioning coach is to keep you on the field. If you're not on the field, you can't improve your game, you can't improve yourself as a footballer. There's no point in trying to optimize performance if you're injured. So always think first about longevity and really trying to stay injury free, stay healthy, and then slowly over time we look to optimize performance with certain measures. And that's why I always say you need to take things slowly and be patient. It's called progressive overload for a reason. You don't want to do anything too quickly. When you try to do anything too quickly, you end up taking shortcuts, doing hacks, which leads to injury, which is what we don't want. We don't want you on the sidelines. We want you on the field. So with all this being said, you need to find a proper gym program for you that's focused on you and your goals. Your injury history, your overall training history, how long you spent in the gym, your experience with certain movements, where you are in the season, and your overall goals. You need to find things that are specifically individualized and focused on you and your performance. You have to focus on your strengths. You have to focus on your weaknesses. So, summary of the question is, legs and core are probably of the most importance, but that doesn't mean that the upper body is not important. The whole body moves in unison. Your body is one chain. So find a program that works for you, specific to you. Enjoy the rest of the video. What's up, homies? How are we? As you saw, a very, very productive day so far. Got a great gym session in the morning. Got a great session in at the pitch with the boys. Nice little pickup for about 2 hours. I'm absolutely shot. I'm gonna hit the hot tub later. But I've been doing some work now for a couple hours. Gonna probably hit some work for about 2 more hours. Hit the hot tub, grab some dinner, stretch, and then we're going to sleep early. We got an early pickup tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Gotta be up early. So like I always say, you gotta as hard as you train, you gotta make sure you take care of your recovery. So train hard, recover hard. Most important, like I always say, fuel properly, make sure you're doing your stretching. Most importantly, sleep. Sleep is the most important part of recovery, rejuvenating the body, developing the mind and the physical body. So yeah, I'm just gonna work now, and yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Let me quickly walk you through these stretches. Sorry, I'm doing these a day late. My camera died. As you saw, I got into the hip flexor in the first bit. Then I got into the quad, some more groin and adductor stuff. As you guys and girls know, it's a main focus for me to really keep these open, stretched and loose. Then I got into a nice glute stretch, got into a nice standing calf stretch, and I was doing about 1 to 2 sets on each of these stretches for about 35 to 40 seconds, really focusing on the breath. So as you saw, quick little stretch sesh, about 30 minutes, really getting those joints and those muscles nice and loose, especially after a good session. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit that like button if you liked the video. Please hit that subscribe button. Drop me a comment below with a question for the next video's continuous Q&A. I gotta get back into it. You guys gotta start dropping me some more questions. And let me know if you wanna keep seeing day in the life vlogs or you wanna see more educational videos. You know I'm here to help you guys out, help you become a better footballer and a better human. Have a good rest of the day. Happy New Year. Stay safe, stay healthy. Let's get it in 2022. Deuces.